Hi, I'm Julene, and welcome to my Skywatch Observational Astrology blog for the week of November 18th through the 24th. Now, as usual, I have the sky set for a little after sunset on Friday night, so this is the 18th at 5:30, where we can still locate Venus and Mercury in the southwest as the skies darken. Mercury is going to start to get dimmer. Mercury is slowing down, getting ready to station, coming closer to the sun, and this is going to, it will become dimmer. So you want to find it. If you haven't already found Mercury, you want to do so that you can locate Mercury while he's dim. Now, Mercury will disappear from sight in the middle of next week. So here we are on the 18th at 5:30, and Mercury is going to set a bit after 5:45. There's 5:45. See, by 6 he's set. Venus will set about 6:15. Okay, so let's watch Mercury and Venus track through here at 5:30 through the week. There's the 19th, 20th, 21st. Look how much Venus is really moving forward, and Mercury is slowing down. He's not doing too much movement here. There's the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Okay, so this is when Mercury goes retrograde. This is the 24th at 5:30. Mercury would have gone retrograde at 2:51 a.m. So Mercury is retrograde on this evening, and this is next Thursday, and here's next Friday. Mercury at this point will set well before 5:45, and Venus is going to continue to set around 6:15. So I'm going to go back to the 18th and back to 5:30. And here we go with the eastern horizon and Jupiter. So here's Jupiter. Above the eastern horizon as the skies darken, Jupiter pops into view. Here's Jupiter through the week, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and next Friday, the 25th. So I'm going to go back to the 18th, and we're going to watch for Mars and Saturn to rise, and we're going to watch the moon with Mars and Saturn. Let's move this here. Okay, so we're going to move this ahead. We're waiting for Leo to come above the horizon. Mars is in Leo. Okay, there's Mars rising about 12:30. Okay, 12:30 a.m. Mars is going to rise. Saturn is in the constellation Virgo, and Saturn is going to rise around 4:30, 4:45. Here's 5:30 a.m. So this is a 12-hour difference from what we were looking at night. There's Mars on the morning of the 19th at 5:30. We can locate Mars high above the southeast horizon, and Saturn is going to be here above the east-southeast. Now let's watch daily as the moon moves from Mars, who had conjoined the day prior to this. And here we go. There's the 20th. Now the moon is near Denobula, the tail of the lion. 21st. Vindamatrix. 22nd, the moon is with Spica and Saturn. So this will be a really neat morning to go out and look at the sky, because we've got a nice lineup here with the moon, which is going to be a new moon on the 25th. So this is going to be a balsamic crescent moon right there by Spica and Saturn. So that'll be a really pretty morning to go look. I'm going to change this to a 180 view so we can look at the whole sky here and see. You'll see that Jupiter again has already set. So Jupiter is going to set, where are we at? Yep, see, it's still set. About 5 a.m. Jupiter sets around 5 a.m. So at 5 a.m., if you're looking, you can see Jupiter about to set in the west and northwest Saturn rising here in the east and Mars above the east-southeast. And remember, this will be a really pretty morning on the morning of the 22nd. Now we'll back up to here and we'll see the morning of the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and this takes us to next Saturday morning, and I'll bump us ahead to sunrise. There we go. So you will be able to locate all of the planets still this week. Next week we're going to lose Mercury's visibility. There's a couple other things I wanted to talk about here. I wanted to talk about Mercury retrograde, its greatest eastern and western elongations, its inferior conjunction during the retrograde period. So I'm going to choose a different map here of the inner planets. Okay. So what I have up here now is a map of the the inner solar system. Okay, so here's the sun at the center, Mercury orbiting around the sun, Venus, and then here's the path of Earth. Okay, so if we are here on Earth looking at the sun, then that means that that direction is south, because we face south to see the ecliptic. That's why south is at the top of the chart. East is over here on the left where the ascendant would be, and west is over here where the descendant would be. Planets move in an eastward direction when they are direct. They tend to move in a westward direction when they are retrograde. So what's happening when Mercury is at inferior conjunction with the sun, that means the Mercury is between sun and Earth. Mercury's superior conjunction is out here with the sun in the middle and all three bodies aligned. So normal direct motion, Mercury's traveling this way. So we're imagining where the sun is, that this is the backdrop of the zodiac as well. And all the planets are traveling on that. So here's Mercury heading eastward in its normal direct motion. And it reaches greatest eastern elongation. Remember, that happened last week on the 14th. So I'm going to put this to November 14th. Okay, there's Mercury on November 14th. This is its greatest day of eastern elongation. So let me slide this a bit so that we're kind of looking straight on here. Okay, so now we're looking straight on. Mercury is as furthest east as it can be from the Earth. Now, as I advance this, Mercury goes retrograde on the 24th. But watch, I'm going to just do it by day. There's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now it's crossed this point and it's really looking like it's moving westward. See, Mercury now is going to appear to move westward across the zodiacal constellations. That would be occurring out here from our vantage point, Earth. So here's its retrograde station on the 24th. Now, Mercury reaches inferior conjunction on December 4th. So we will go ahead to there. There's the 24th. See, all three bodies are aligned. Now, Mercury will go direct on the 13th. Advance this to the 13th for you. 12, 13. There's Mercury. So now Mercury is past this point where from vantage point Earth it appears to be moving west, right? It's past this portion and now it's going to come out and appear to go east across the constellations. And it will reach greatest western elongation, being as far west from Earth as possible. Because remember, this is south, so that's west. That date is going to be December 23rd. So let's kick this ahead, December 23rd. . Now Mercury is at greatest western elongation. Mercury is visible in the morning when he is at greatest western elongation. The same holds true for Venus. See, Venus is still visible in the night, so Venus is over here. Mercury is going to become visible in the morning in December. And this will be the period of longest visibility in the morning on December 23rd. And then Mercury will continue to track around, make superior conjunction to the Sun, and then greatest eastern elongation, then the retrograde period, greatest western elongation, superior conjunction. So that's the cycle that both of these inner planets make. And what is really cool is that the conjunctions are the midpoints in time of the inferior and superior conjunctions. So if we are looking at the greatest eastern elongation being on November 14th, 10 days later, Mercury retrogrades on November 24th. Let's go to the end of that period. Mercury stations direct on December 13th. 10 days later, Mercury reaches greatest western elongation. Now, this gets even cooler because the inferior conjunction is right at the midpoint of the retrograde period. So Mercury went retrograde on November 24th. The inferior conjunction is 10 days later on December 4th. And the direct station is then December 13th, which is about another 10 days later. So the inferior conjunction is the midpoint not only of the retrograde and direct station, but also the midpoint of the greatest eastern elongation and greatest western elongation.